Hello everybody, how's it going? Please let me know if you can hear me, if everything sounds alright, if I'm too loud, if I'm too quiet. How are we all doing? So this sort of just just happened. Okay, we can hear me. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so this just randomly the trailer dropped, which I thought was pretty funny that it just kind of came out of nowhere. I'm sure a lot of you have probably seen it already, but if you haven't, welcome, because I've seen nothing from it. I think I saw the opening frame and maybe one screenshot that was sent into a Discord that I'm in. But I'm very excited to look at this. We're going to have like a full discussion afterwards, just ourselves and you guys. And yeah, looking forward to it. Actually, I'm just realizing now I don't have the chat box up on this screen, so I'm going to try and get that up. Just give me 2 seconds. Let's see here. Alert box, yes, and then we can shrink this down, and that should be good. Okay. So, 1 second. Okay, so we can all hear me? Everything's going all right? Okay. So, yeah, I suppose without further ado, we should just really jump into it. Let me see here. Not that one? That one. There we go. Sorry, I was very unprepared to start streaming. I just said we might as well. So I'm going to try and make sure that this has the audio from... okay, I nearly did that without the audio capture. I'm just gonna put in my desktop audio, desktop 1, and let's see here. Oh my lord, this was not the the impromptu doing this. Audio. Let's see if this don't work. All right. So sorry, jumping around a lot. Let's see. Can you? I'll just see if you can hear the music first of all. You can hear that? Is that too loud? You can see the trailer. Yes, you can hear it. We're about to watch Peak and hear it good. Okay, perfect. Yep. I'm just gonna turn it on. We're just gonna give it a watch and we can see what we think. So, yes. Okay. Oh my god, it's Arnold! Arnold's in the movie!
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Definitely not the Freddy's I remember.
You're thinking of the franchise location. This is the original.
Oh, okay.
It's been here for decades.
The original, okay.
Some little girl got murdered here.
Ah, so just one girl.
Did you guys hear that?
That's Charlie. Yes, let's go. Oh, that's so cool. Yes. Whoa.
So this is what it's like? Being normal?
Oh.
I think we've come pretty far.
Yeah, on a
considering
little date.
what we've been through.
How's Abby?
Some days she's good. Some days she misses her friends.
Whoa, wait, what?
This story that you're gonna fix those
She's
animatronics?
making a little... Oh, she got the... Okay,
It's
so
only
she's got
giving
the
her false
speaker.
hope.
Can any of you hear me?
Interesting.
Abby.
Oh, okay.
Abby.
Okay.
Help us. Come find us.
Well, that's why.
I will
Puppets.
show you
Credits.
the way.
Okay, we've got the yellow eyes again. from the first movie. Oh! Boy. Oh, they got VHS.
They're out there,
stuff.
Mike.
Where?
Everywhere.
Where are you gonna run to? I'm not done with you.
Nice. That's total. That's just the FNAF 2 office. That's cool.
Work.
Oh, the Wizards! Let's go. Amazing. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Cool. Wow. All right. Sweet. So we got the Wizards. We've seen them on screen. They looked really good. We're gonna go through it piece by piece. Somebody just sent a super chat there. They didn't show the puppet. I thought I might have seen a flash of her somewhere in here. Let's just go through it. Let's go. Let's look at everything that we've got. So we've got this van here, right? I can't see that license plate if there's anything important about it. I'm gonna turn down the trailer a little bit. So obviously these are our they're gonna be our FNAF VHS characters. They're our protagonists. I assume this is gonna be the opening of the movie, right? Like this is gonna be the first thing we see. This is sort of the equivalent to like the scene with Bob in the first one, the night guard, where we're gonna get like our little introduction to the setting. Interesting that they call it the original. It's it seems like they're going in a similar direction with this adaptation that I might be going with at the reboot part 2.
Definitely
This-
not the Freddy's I remember.
Not the Freddy I remember, and she's going, you're thinking of the FNAF 1 movie. This is the original. It's really interesting.
This is the original. Nobody's been here for decades.
So nobody's been here for decades. This is interesting because she's saying that the original, like we know that the franchise location, quote unquote, the one from FNAF, the first movie, is the same location as the MCI occurred, right? They do talk about the MCI having occurred at that Freddy's, but this seems to be predating that. So we've got a situation where we've got the FNAF 2 characters, but they're predating the MCI. And it seems to be that this is where Charlie died and is stuck here. So in that case, are they going to say in this movie, oh, well, when we were talking about the MCI, we were actually talking about this location. But the fact they don't mention other kids dying here would make me think that this Charlie may still have died the first. But it was at the FNAF 2 location, which occurs before the MCI, which was set in the Freddy's 1 location. If that seems to be the case. Someone said DCI before MCI, Christian. I don't think we're going to get the DCI. I think the fact that she's like, oh, a kid died here, a little girl died here, that we're just going to skip over the DCI. I would imagine this is something to do with soul splitting or something like that. Or we could be looking at some sort of Charlie Last situation if they do retcon the MCI to having been before this. But the fact she calls this the original seems to imply that the girl that died here would predate the others. So, oh, that was a bit of Kids Cove vibes here. This is, man, it's actually crazy. Oh, thank you, Joel Yee. Thank you for the super chat. I wonder if those teens are the movie stand-in for the DCI. It's been speculated the DCI were actually teens who snuck into the location after hours. Interesting. That's I kind of like that actually. That's a good call. So this is obviously Kids Cove. Again, looking at this while I'm working on the FNAF 2 reboot is really funny because my Kids Cove doesn't look a million miles away from this. I don't have the big pirate ship, but like the blue walls and the clouds and stuff, that's really interesting. Okay, so the toys are at this location. Okay, so obviously Puppet with the purple tear streaks on the plush. One of the interesting things about the like security puppet minigame is we see the puppet didn't have tear streaks in that game, and we've all sort of assumed that in the way that Elizabeth's eyes turn green when she possesses baby, that the puppet's tear streaks are an indicator of possession. But also I would argue that it could be just the fact that we're looking at it through the 8-bit lens, that the tear tracks might not have been there, but in reality it always had these tear streaks, because on like the Fall Fest poster and stuff, the puppet has the tear streaks. So having a toy based around the puppet having these tear streaks already might imply that it is actually just, it's so interestingly designed. It's like it's it's made up like a cave system kind of. I imagine, like, even based on the outside, we've got this kind of
Thinking of the franchise.
jungly kind of theme, I guess, going on. Like, it's more of a cabin or something. And I imagine tying that in with Kids Cove, we might be going into, like, this location being designed to be more of like a play center, that it's not just a restaurant with stuff in it. It's kind of, the whole thing is designed around being a particular theme, which is interesting. Okay, amazing. So we've got the puppets box. I love seeing the mechanics behind the box opening. That's really cool. I like that it splits down the middle, that this is, like, obviously not a real bow. So we can see it opening up here. So obviously the puppet is going to come grab her there, unless it's a complete misdirect, but I imagine not. Blumhouse.
So this is what it's like?
So that's these are the classic Freddy's gang. So are we thinking, because there's this whole Faz Fest thingy, I guess we'll watch a little more into the trailer to see when that may take place. Mike and Vanessa seem to be dating. They could just be having a casual friendly dinner, but this is quite the classic, like, you know, date setup. Is this what being normal is like, going out on dates? So now I'm thinking maybe it's less likely, unless we're doing a Luke Leia situation, that Mike might not actually be an Afton. Fazant said to read the description. We're not done with you. Hashtag FNAF movie 2. They're not just at Freddy's anymore. Based on the blockbuster, again, the highest grossing now, a shocking new chapter. 1 year has passed since the supernatural nightmare at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The stories about what transpired there have been twisted into a campy local legend, inspiring the town's first ever Faz Fest. I assume this means over the years, not just specifically what happened to Mike and Abby. Although maybe Abby was telling her friends about it in school. Maybe she's got some more friends. Although she seems pretty obsessed with them still here. The police officer Vanessa have kept the truth from Mike's 11-year-old sister concerning the fate of her animatronic friends. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, so this is saying the true origin of Freddy's, which to me would imply that it's Charlie first, not Charlie last. Sorry, Fazant. Let me see. Oh, sorry. Returning co-stars as Jeremiah and Matthew Little as William Afton. Jeremiah, so that was Mike's friend from the first movie. That was the guy at the beginning who was talking to him about Dream Theory. What? Oh, sorry. I thought that said Shadow Bonnie. I was like, what? That is very interesting. Let me see. Skeet Ulrich, FNAF 2. Okay, so there's nothing else in here. So this is a modern Faz Fest that we're seeing.
I think we've come pretty far, considering what we've been through.
How's Abby?
Some days she's good. Some days
So, look, she's building a little
she misses
chica. We're going full. We're going full. Fazbear Frights, where building little robotics is a totally normal thing that kids can do. Although this looks like it could be like an assembly kit, because obviously it's got the see-through body, so maybe she's purchased this from somewhere. Like, she's not casting this plastic shell herself, right? Tree in the background. God, David, this is the storyteller tree right there.
friends.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting messages on my phone. Let me see. 1 second. Just gonna reply to this message. Okay. Oh, she's drawing. So she's drawing the toys. So this is, I suppose, like in the first movie where she was kind of drawing things. you know, into the pit style before they've actually come into contact. This is her drawing the scene from the first movie, where they're all lying around having their fort building. Then we've got Toy Chica missing her beak and Toy Bonnie. This might be a FNAF 4 thing. Why is Tiny Toy Chica missing her beak? That's cool. Oh.
This story that you're gonna fix those animatronics.
So they seem to have broken down. So it might be just that the wizards they've just withered away since the first movie. But a year.
Can any of you hear me?
Any of you hear me? Okay.
Abby, help us. Come find us. I will show you the way.
Okay. Okay, so we've got Toy Chica. We've got that yellow eye design, which I'm not a huge fan of from the first movie, but it's back. I like that there's a little bit of light inside the head. That's kind of a cool design. Let me see. Oh, maybe it's implying the mangle in Elizabeth's room is there because Elizabeth breaks it apart and puts it together, just like Abby here. Interesting. Seeker of Confidence, of course, coming in with the Elizabeth lore. Has to be done. Oh, Patrick Gardner, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Things I want to see: Nightmare in Mike's dreams, Chica's beak in someone's head, BB steals Mike's batteries, Markiplier cameo. Your thoughts? I think a Markiplier cameo would be great. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm getting the alert box. I need to turn off that text-to-speech thing. I think a Markiplier cameo would be great. I don't know if it's been denied or confirmed or whatever, one way or the other, that he is available for it, because he's obviously working on his own film at the minute. And let me see. Fazbear Ent, there's 2 scenes from the trailer that are very important and hard to notice. I can send pics on Discord if you don't spot them yourself. I'll have a couple. I'll have a look through, and if I don't get it, then let me know. But yeah, Nightmare would be amazing. I would love to see Nightmare in the movie. Chica's beak in someone's head. That'd be. I mean, we see her drawn without it, so I could see her taking it off. Whether or not it gets lodged in someone's forehead, we'll see. But that'd be a cool way of her getting one of the characters from the beginning. BB steals Mike's batteries. I think that's a surely they got to do something with the batteries. And yeah, the Markiplier cameo I talked about.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay, so we've got. So here's our little FNAF VHS moment here with the mangle head and the arm. Man, I'm so excited to see the full mangle. Oh, I haven't even been reading the text on screen. Evil. So this is Toy Chica at the school. So presumably she's following. Oh, there's the puppet. There's the puppet's hands. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh man, yes, that is exactly what I want the puppet to be, the silent stalker. That's so cool. Here is Toy Freddy, Chica breaking into the house. Evil has left. Okay, so this... Interesting. That doesn't look like any of the kids from the first movie. And yet this is Spring Bonnie, clearly like interacting with some kid. Could we be getting a DCI, or is this going to be revealed to be someone else? He's got like kind of the black and the white and yellow stripes from the Golden Freddy kid. If the idea of the Golden Freddy bid in the first movie being a Kelsey style projection of like Cassidy, quote unquote, this could be our Cassidy kid.
Everywhere.
Oh, there's the puppet. There, I knew the puppet was in it. I saw the. Oh, there it is. Oh yes, just creepy
Everywhere.
floating. That is so cool.
Everywhere.
Nice. Let's see. Evil has left the building. Okay, that's good. So, calling them evil. I have a feeling we might be getting Afton controlling these animatronics entirely, like from maybe his like Springtrap, flip side. Oh man, the puppet looks great. The puppet looks so good. I mean, again, it's out of focus, but like you can just tell from that little bit of movement there and the way the hands crept up in the corner. It looked great. So this is Toy Bonnie taking the knife. Cool. Okay. So this is FazFest. This is the modern version of it, where we've got a guy dressed up in a really rudimentary Bonnie costume. That's cool. Got the Foxy fit here. What else do we have? Anyone spotting anything more Bonnie stuff? I think this must be from POV of Toy Freddy, because we see that a bit later, and we saw it in the first trailer as well. From this trailer, it's almost like the puppet is the one controlling them. Absolutely could be. I just wonder if evil has left the building. That seems to me that, like, calling the animatronics evil might be a stretch, but it could just be marketing. It's just like a way of you being like, oh, they're scary. Let's see. So yeah, here's our... Oh, that's the Freddy laugh from the first game.
Where are you gonna run?
Oh my god. So we've got Balloon Boy or JJ, we don't know. The propeller hat coming out of the water. Who is that? Who is that? Wait. Who's this? Who's this character? Anyone know who this is? Interesting. I can't... Is that somebody? Am I just being a fool? Is this like one of the VHS people? Because this is... You know, what this could be is early in the movie, we get one of the VHS people and they get killed this way, and then this scene is it happening again later in the movie, but they've edited them together to make it look like Vanessa. Is that Vanessa? Or is that one of the VHS girls? It's kind of hard to tell. It's a bit dark. Oh, Mangle CGI on top of the car. It's so good looking. I mean, listen, like, things I thought I'd see in the FNAF movie 2 did not include Mangle, Spider-Man, PS4ing on top of the car. Oh yeah, and the Mangle is literally doing the Secret of the Mimic move. That is exactly what that is. Definitely just parallel thinking. I doubt that's supposed to... Oh, is this Charlie? What is she doing? She's holding something. Who is this? Is that the... That looks like the kid's hair from earlier. Like the kid that Spring Bonnie was looking at? Are we gonna do like a Sammy Emily thing? Sovin, thank you for the donation. Twink Bonnie bet to stab me. Interesting. Yeah, is this gonna be a Charlie Sammy thing? That'd be very interesting. Oh, okay. Where is this? This must be just in the back halls. Him hunting down Charlie or something. Oh, wait. Wait. Okay, so yeah, this is... I think Vanessa is going to be having her little PTSD moments. Oh, there's Withered Foxy. I think there's going to be Vanessa having a lot of these like little PTSD moments, like the one in the earlier... The first trailer, which we saw of Afton down the end of the hallway with all the doors flying open. I think Vanessa's going to be having these flashbacks and hallucinations of Afton being there, but not actually him being around. The shadows could appear. I think if they're going to do the shadows, they'll leave that to the third movie, but set up maybe how it works in this movie. Look at there, Withered Foxy. Looking, the damage on them is looking great. Like they're keeping that style of the Withers alive, but they are like obviously updating the texturing and the look. Whoa. That was Toy Chica, yeah, after school. A lot of Toy Chica play in this thing, and as we know, Toy Chica is William Afton. So, what is Mike doing in the FNAF 2 office? Like, what's this on the wall? I'm very curious what this thing is drawn behind him. This is cool. Another interesting thing, right? This is the FNAF 1 Freddy head, and yet the Withereds don't look like the classics. So this could be going for a retrofit theory. I think if they explain in this movie why the Withereds look the way they do, then we can like safely assume the Unwithereds maybe exist, or kind of like they only existed for a little bit and they were never on stage anywhere, and that the classics did come first, like in Secret of the Mimic. Or they might not just explain it. So that map can be seen in a behind the scene pic. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Whoa! Okay. The Freddy head is so huge. Nice. Oh, so she seems to be using her like her arm tendril things, her wires, as like whips. They have given her the full arms because I'm pretty sure she just has the one, like the. Oh, actually, maybe not. Looking good though. Cool looking withered chica. A lot bulkier, obviously. I know that the withers are very bulky anyway, but you know they're giving room for the actors to be inside. He's putting on the Freddy head. It's so huge. Oh god. Okay. Whoa, there he is. There he is. Giving him the blue eyes. That's cool. Patrick Gardner, thank you very much. Theory, a Silver Eyes situation where Vanessa was Henry's daughter, killed by Afton, rebuilt by her dad, but taken by Afton to do his bidding. Whew, I mean, we could definitely go Silver Eyes and end up with robot people in this. I don't know. We could. I feel like that might be a little extra step to take for a movie-going audience to kind of accept that, but then again, it depends on how they handle it. I mean, they did have Vanessa go into a coma in the hospital, so it's unlikely that she's robotic. But then again, Charlie can also bleed in the books, so who knows? December 5th. I say written by Scott. Yeah, written by Scott Cawthon. And he got the full writing cred on this and Secret of the Mimic. So is there no other screenwriter attached? There was surely another screenwriter attached in the first movie, right? Am I crazy? Huh. Interesting. Okay, Fazant, if I missed whatever you were talking about with those screenshots, please do send them on. Balloon Boy looking kind of tweaking. Like, he's looking a little crazy. But this is also... We saw in the first trailer there is a Balloon Boy animatronic, so this is more like a standee kind of thing. This isn't the real Balloon Boy. There is like a robotic version. Okay, Fazant I saw the scenes, but I missed a detail. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, I'm opening up my own stream. Let me see. Okay, let me get up some stuff. It's a real small zoom in kind of detail. I'm sending the pics. Okay, so Fazant is gonna send me on something. If you could send me on the screenshots just in like DMs, that'd be great, because then I don't have to go looking through servers and all that kind of stuff. Right. Okay.
Being normal?
I think we've come pretty far, considering what we've been through.
How's Abby?
Yes, we saw the puppet stuff. Not puppet stuffed for theory heads, but we saw the puppet in this trailer.
Some days she misses.
This is really interesting. Abby building her own little toy Chica, but not toy Chica. Fazet, it's real. It's happening. Fazfent. No. I don't know about Fazfent. Okay, Fazbear Inc. has sent me... Fazbear Inc. What am I saying? Fazbear Entertainment has sent me the images. Okay, so, yes, Fazent. Okay, I will pull these up. Let me see, how am I best doing this? Probably if I go in here and I change my YouTube source to Discord? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is what Fazent has sent me. This is the image of Charlie, which we saw in the trailer, and as you can see in this little bit here, we have some... It seems like she's holding somebody, and as we were saying when we were watching it, it does appear to be this kid. Because if you look at the hair, it's got that very close, like number 2 blade on the trimmers. So yeah, I'm thinking we've got a Sammy. We've got a Sammy, Emily, and Charlie is here. And the Fazant was saying that this is the FNAF 2 location. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. You're saying something about the shadows on the walls, but I can't see. I'm going to go back to the YouTube window. There we go. Very cool. So yeah, this is the Charlie actress. We know that. Look at the wallpaper with Spring Bonnie. Oh, yes. Okay, so there's little stick figures on the wallpaper, which is the FNAF 2 location. So, very cool. Sovin, thank you very much. Now that's Oswald and his dad. Yes. So I'll see if I can get a good shot of the wallpaper in here anywhere. This is very cool. It's the toy animatronics on the wallpaper, yeah, with the stick figure, I assume is the mangle. Oh, so somebody's saying in chat that maybe Charlie won't possess the puppet, but instead this kid will, and that it's going to be a like Sammy puppet thing, and then the Charlie will become something else, maybe like a vengeful spirit type. But we already have the setup from the first film of the Golden Freddy kid being the vengeful spirit, the way he kind of locks Afton away. But we could go a little out of left field. She does seem pretty annoyed. Oh, I love that. I love the balloon. Oh, there it is. Oops. Yeah. Very interesting. Very, very interesting to go with like a Sammy Emily. And they said a girl died here. So, yeah, presumably she should die. But also some boy died. Unless we're going to do some weird switcheroo thing where she thinks she's alive, or so we do the whole like Silver Eyes thing of getting the two confused. But I don't know what role she would play then, unless they do the robot kids or we do a robot Vanessa or something like that. That would be a crazy thing to put in the FNAF 2 movie. Very, very interesting. The other scene with Sammy has her shadow on the wall next to him. Oh, sorry. Okay, I understand. Is that what you're talking about? Because I don't... I think that's his shadow. That's not... unless I'm completely blind, maybe someone can correct me, but that's his shadow, not Charlie's. What if Sammy is the Bite of 83, where he gets his head bitten from the Fredbear animatronic? I mean, the fact we've got Springtrap looking at him here, and if it is a Sammy thing... I mean, we could do the bite, but that would be a lot to do in this. Sauces Beston, thank you very much. Only said a girl died. Does that mean DCI false? I really doubt we're going to get the DCI in this movie. Unless it is more so like what someone was saying earlier with these people being representative of the DCI, like they're kids that broke in and get murked. I doubt we're gonna do a DCI on top of Charlie, because then we just have a lot more stuff to deal with. We got more kids to deal with. I don't know if that means anything about the games, if we can then say, oh, well, then in the games we can say that the DCI definitely didn't happen. I don't think that's going to be the case, but I can definitely say in this movie anyway, from what we're seeing, we're not going to get any sort of DCI, which honestly, good. The DCI annoy me, so I'm totally fine with getting rid of them. This is so weird. What is this? Do they maybe get this... like, is this because this has to be a branded thing, right? Like, she doesn't find this, you know? And Mike didn't seem super familiar with Freddy's in the first game, so it's not even like he necessarily had this. Though she is seemingly picking it out of this like box of scraps. Oh, it's really, really interesting. AR skins. It's just, yeah, but like, I mean, as in like, is it a kit? You know, is it a sort of Lego Technic style thing where you just buy all the pieces and then put them together yourself? But like, maybe she's got a 3D printer in the year 2002. I don't know, or 2001. Man, this is cool. I'm looking forward to this. Maybe from the last pizzeria, could have, yeah. Could be from the FNAF 1 location. And because I mean, she has to get this Faz talker from somewhere, so it could be a case that maybe because she's so obsessed. Okay, so here's an idea. She's so obsessed with the animatronics that Mike is sort of indulging her, because that's what Vanessa's saying. It's like, oh, you keep lying to her about what happened. So maybe he's indulging her and buying her all this kind of old merch, because it doesn't seem like she gets this from the FNAF 2 location, because she seems to be being led to the FNAF 2 location by this thing. So she has to have gotten this. Maybe she gets it at the Faz Fair, or she... I mean, it can't be at the Faz Fair because Toy Freddy's there. So maybe it's more a case of this is like old memorabilia. Mike's been like online shopping and getting her some old stuff to keep her company. Really cool idea though. And then obviously we have the Wizards at the FNAF 2 location. So maybe we're just going to do a thing where their bodies can jump. Maybe these are literally older animatronics that aren't the same robots and they're just able to jump around. I'm not sure. Faz could be a week-long event, maybe. That's true. Yeah, you could have multiple days of the Faz thing. Why am I the withered truth? What did I do? Oh, Pickle Pepper. Thank you very much. Clear toys are a 90s reference, but also she's trying to fix the animatronics. Maybe that was the practice. They bought and found old Freddy's toys. Yeah, I'm thinking they probably are, because that would also line up with the 90s Freddy's, although it did close in the 80s. It is a 90s reference, but very, very interesting. Are we still saying that Skeet Ulrich is going to be Henry Emily? He did get confirmed in the description, but we don't know who he plays for sure, or do we? I'm pretty sure they said he was Henry, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was confirmed. We never see the boy's face, so maybe he's the Golden Freddy boy. That's what I'm thinking, right? So I'm imagining that maybe the Kelsey kid, you know, the one in the first movie, the blonde boy, could be some form of projection. Why he looks like that, I don't know. We'd need to have an explanation. But maybe this is the real, quote-unquote, Golden Freddy kid. And my idea about these movies being more of an adaptation of what Scott was doing with the original series before things went a bit, you know, off the rails with Sister Location. Not in a bad way. Detached Mind. Notice all the Wizards have blue eyes. That is true. Oh, and so does Spring Bonnie.
That'll work.
Yeah, so she's got the blue eyes. He's got the blue eyes. I love this. This looks great, by the way. I really like the movement of it as well. Because one thing, I rewatched the first movie recently, and one thing I had to say was like the movement of the animatronics was a little bit evident that it's people in suits, you know, doing their best like robot movements. But this, the way it's moving, just gives me real... I don't know what it is. I guess because it's an animatronic face, so you kind of have to do the animatronic movements. Looks great though. Even the... Yeah, like the POV stuff is really cool. Look at the vents. Love that. Love it. Pickle Pepper, thank you again. Do you think we'll get Watermelon Chica in FNAF 3? I mean, they're doing these like very accurate adaptations of the designs, so I would not be surprised if we got a Watermelon Chica. And knowing Scott, we would get a Watermelon Chica joke in the third movie. Like someone would say something to the effect of, she looks like a watermelon. Or or we do some sort of visual gag about her standing next to a watermelon. I don't know how you're gonna work that into the script, but I could definitely see that. Yes, I am planning more reboot. The second reboot video is in production. I want to get it out before this movie. I'm currently working on, and I'm nearly finished, my Secret of the Mimic Theory video, which I want to just get out because while that's still fresh, and then moving on to focusing on finishing the second reboot vid before the movie comes out, which would be fun. Yeah, very, very cool. Do we think the scene with the camcorders is going to be the opening scene? That would be my guess. I would guess that we're going to open the movie with these teens who are going to do something in Freddy's. They're going to go exploring, you know, maybe they're paranormal. Like, they've got I mean, they wouldn't have a YouTube channel in 2001, but they would have, you know, maybe a blog or something, and they investigate old rundown buildings, and so they go to the original Freddy's where a girl died, and, you know, they're just filming stuff for their blog. For their paranormal investigations. And then, yeah, because actually that's exactly what's going on, because she's got a like a spirit box. She's trying to talk, or this could just be a regular microphone, but I think the idea is she's going to be talking to the ghosts of the building. So yeah, I imagine this is going to be our opening of the film, and then we move on and go back and find out what's up with Mike and Vanessa and Abby and all that stuff, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Could be really creepy if they kind of stick to this style. Like, obviously we're going back and forth between, you know, classical filmmaking and the POV found footage stuff. But I think that's a good way to do it based on the style that they established in the first movie. Yeah, I really like the oh, they've got the carousel. There it is. There's no way this is the... Because remember they did those, like, leaked movie scripts? They had one where these two, like, three... I think it was an older man and two kids went underneath the carousel. And I remember people at the time thought that might have been Henry and two kids. So we could have that maybe here. Maybe that's where this is? The like... cavernous part, because it seems to be lower down. It's very oh, we got Pickle Pepper again. Thank you very much. Mike and Vanessa shipping is OP. Sorry, bud. OP. Am I missing an acronym or an acronym? What does OP mean again? Someone remind me. I feel old. Yeah, overpowered, I thought. I guess you use that in yeah, okay, I thought it was overpowered. I thought it was maybe there was a new definition of it. Yeah, I don't know. The Mike and Vanessa shipping, to me, is a little weird, given that they're, like, multiversal versions of the same person. Or, like, their dads are the same in different universes. But it's just in this one universe. It's not issue in this. Gibby, welcome to the chat. Gibby, any thoughts on the trailer after your first watch? Withered Truth. Oh my god. Yes, love the puppet. Yes, exactly, Gibby. Hate the Mike Vanessa date. Yeah. Maybe it's not a date. Maybe they're just friends. Maybe they're just friendsies. They're besties. Oh, Fazant sent me additional image from behind the scenes that has the FNAF 2 building map. Alright, let me have a look at this. Yes. Okay. So, this is what people were talking about. I will share this real quick. Properties, Discord. So, yeah, this is what people were talking to me about the behind the scenes image. This image back here. It seems to be like a water feature, which I think, because I remember hearing this when the movie was being announced, that it was sort of some sort of water park version of Freddy's, which would explain the kind of cave motif and the little gondola ride that Balloon Boy seems to be coming up out of. So this seems to be the entire loop that then goes back around in itself. Very cool. very different. Jeez, look at the size of that walkie-talkie. Oh my lord. He's got the classic, the stripy cup, the big fan. This is cool. Nice. Gibby in before Fazbear Entertainment uses this for Charlie 87. Too late. Too late, Gibby. Do you think Charlie will die in the same way, being kicked out of the pizzeria and William Afton finds her? Not based on what we've seen here. Seeing her crying, holding somebody dead. That... Where is that? That's somewhere here. It's just before... Hang on. Yeah, it's not giving save him or yeah, it's not giving security puppet. This seems like we're gonna go for a whole new thing. Probably closer to the Silver Eyes, but she's obviously older here. I imagine this is gonna be her Sammy, and they'll both die, and this kid might become the Golden Freddy kid. Why the Golden Freddy kid would then be... So, okay, if anyone's confused, the reason I'm saying this might be the Golden Freddy kid is in the first movie, there is an image of the kids holding the Yellow Rabbit's hand. It's the one that they have to take off the wall and replace to make sure that they all, like, wake up. And for some reason, there is essentially a little piece of paper stuck over the head of the Golden Freddy kid, and it's got like the blonde kid's face drawn on it, and it gives a vibe of like this kid doesn't actually look how he's presenting, or might be replaced, or it might be a golden duo kind of situation. So the only thing I have an issue with that, and based on the new kid, the book where we've got a blonde kid being projected by the Golden Freddy suit, even though the Golden Freddy suit has a kid with black hair stuffed into it, would lead me to believe that maybe this kid, this Sammy Emily, might be our actual Golden Freddy kid. Because look, he's got the same white and gold stripes as the Golden Freddy kid does in the first movie. Obviously, he's got more of his outfit going on. But that is an interesting motif to keep through the two characters. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah, I think he might be a projection. Connie Dawson, somebody. I'm seeing Silver is replying to somebody. The shot of the puppet's hand. Sorry, someone's just sharing their childhood trauma in the chat from Nightmare that they had. The shot of the puppet's hands. Let me see. Sorry to just call this out, by the way, in case this wasn't supposed to be a point of discussion. Let me see if I can find this shot of Vanessa. There it is. So with these puppet hands coming over the edge of the wall, Connie says that it reminds them of a very specific sleep paralysis of baby Einstein's puppet peering into the crib. That's awful. I'm so sorry. And you were in a crib. That is so young to be having a horrendous like nightmare like that. That is a very particular thing that's gonna get brought up, I guess, for you in this movie. Damn. That's fair. Taking movies for any reliability of evidence to confirm a theory is skeptical. It feels like cherry picking, and the possibility the games contradict it. I agree. I think it's always going to be a case of, if it aligns with your theory, you're going to think that it's evidence, and if it doesn't, then you're going to just dismiss it as like, oh well, the movie's different, you know. Like people who think the original game takes place in the 2000s in a closed down Freddy's take the movie as evidence of that, and they go, oh well, yeah, because in the movie that's the same thing. Or people who think that I think in the novelization, the MCI takes place in 87, so people use that as evidence. Or people use people are obviously, Fazet, you're going to use this as evidence of Charlie first if she is dying in the FNAF 2 location, which supports the idea that she died in the FNAF 2 location in the games. But then also the movie could have it that she dies in like 83, so that's going to be a contradictory. It's going to be kind of blending the two. So it's going to be just choosing what each person wants to take from the movie. And if the Unwithereds are real and the classics were a different design, or that these were a retrofit thing, people will go, oh yeah, that makes sense. That confirms it in the games, but it really doesn't necessarily. Or filthy Wilker believers. Yeah, the disregarding of William and his characterization in every piece of media can just, regardless of what side you're on, it's just really easy to just kind of go, yeah, this version of William doesn't exist in my brain for my theory, because the games are a different thing. On With the Truth, is there a chance to see the Bite of 87 with Mangled? Then Markiplier shows up while people are running away and says, is that the Bite of 87? Would be a crazy thing for him to say in the context of the film. I'm sure that won't happen. But we could get the Bite of 87 in this, though it would presumably be... You know what they could do? Bite of 83, but it is the Bite of 87 from the games, where we get a FNAF 2 animatronic committing the bite, but it's in 1983. So you kind of combine those two events. Might see something like that. Interesting that they call out Jeremiah coming back, because obviously Jeremy is the FNAF 2 guard, so it would make me wonder, is Jeremy gonna play, because he's not in the trailers at all, so I wonder how he comes back. And it's just it's a very interesting character from the first movie to call out as a returning co-star. So he must have a bigger role in the movie than we're seeing right now. Remember Jeremy. Guys, only 176 likes. My lord, this is what a travesty. We've got nearly 300 people watching. Let's get some more likes in the chat. Gibby, it's his buddy, right? It's his buddy at the beginning of the second movie, in the mall, who he's talking to about the Dream Theory book. The black guy. Actually, it's interesting, both Jeremys then in this universe are also both black. So we confirm, like, we're making more connections between two Jeremys, two separate... I know Jeremiah is not the same name as Jeremy, blah, blah, blah. But one person disliked my... Come on, guys. Okay, I'm going to see if I can... Okay, hang on, I'm going to go back to my... I'm going to go back here. I am going to see if I can create a... How do I make a poll? Ah, here we go. I'm going to start a poll, right? Okay. What are we most excited about in the FNAF 2 movie? Okay. I'm going to add in a couple of things. Puppet, Golden Freddy, Henry, or toys. I'm just going to do that. Let's see if we can get any overwhelming interest in any particular element. I should have said Wizards, but I put Golden Freddy there because he's not in the trailer, but I'm assuming he's going to be a big part of the movie. Yeah, I should have put Wizards as an option, but Puppet is looking like it's running away with it, even still. Okay, we're getting a little more split now. We're getting a little more for Henry. Toys. The Toys Untold. Puppet looks so good. The Puppet really does. I'm really, really excited to see more with her. I can't wait. I hope she has like a really... I mean, it seems like she's going to have a really important role in the movie. Just the way they're talking about it. How they're going to make it walk, it looks like it just floats. From that little shot behind Vanessa, it looks like it's just floating around. So they're going to be like, yep, ghost magic makes it fly. Or it could always fly. If they make it so that the puppet itself could always fly, I am going to freak out. I know security puppet, it looks like it's flying. I just think it's not animated to walk. Or crawl or whatever. More excited to see the Emily family due to the lack of utilization in the games and, in my opinion, the books. Yeah, I mean, in the books they get a pretty good, like in the Silver Eyes trilogy, they get a pretty good play in that they're the central force, Charlie's kind of central to that whole story. But I agree that more Henry, obviously presuming he's done well, is always a good thing, because I really love the Henry William dynamic, or what could be from the Henry William dynamic. So I hope we get a lot of that. Glitch Detective. If it walks, I'd imagine it'd be something like in Help Wanted. That's true. Based on age of actor, I'm guessing Henry is alive in the modern day, not just a flashback. I would agree. I think it would be a big missed opportunity, I think, if you just have Henry as a flashback character. I think Henry, I was talking about this, my girlfriend and I watched the FNAF movie recently, and I have my own thoughts on the first movie and what I would have done differently, and I'm thinking I might do a movie rewritten video someday, maybe before this movie or after this movie. But I think Henry is the perfect horror movie expert guy, because every horror movie with some sort of supernatural entity that's coming after a bunch of people that don't know what it is, not every horror movie, but most horror movies that I've seen recently anyway, have some character who shows up about 2/3 of the way through to explain what the monster is. They've usually dealt with it before, and they usually know some way of defeating it. Whether that works or not, it depends on the movie. But I think Henry is the perfect person to fit that role, because, you can say, oh, he's been in the shadows for all these years, studying all the things that William's done, and he's figured out a way to end the whole thing. And then you have the third movie be the FFPS FNAF 3 combined, and you just do the fire at the end of that. Old drunk guy who lost his family, who they visit to learn the rules. Exactly. Mrs. Unwithered Truth mentioned. Exactly. FNAF 3 and 6 could work well together. That's what I think. I won't say too much about that. I hope the lawyer dude comes back. You want Doug to make a reappearance? I mean, no reference to Aunt Jane, who I think is dead from the first movie. So, I mean, maybe Doug will come back in. He might work for somebody. I like the idea of Doug being a silly reoccurring character who's just constantly working for the wrong people. Did I read the description about FazFest? Yes, I did, Gibby. So, yeah, for anyone that might have missed that, who might be joining us a bit later, the FazFest is confirmed, because of the blurb in the description, to be a modern day event, which is occurring because the rumors and speculation of Freddy's have kind of leaked out into the community and become, ghost stories and legends. So people have started to create a fandom around Freddy's. So that's sort of that's kind of FNAF 3. That's kind of Fazbear Frights vibes. So we could maybe do a bit of FNAF 3 in this if we wanted to, but I don't know. Unless we're gonna do sister location and everything in this franchise, in this series, it feels, I don't know. It feels very soon to do FNAF 3. I know people are split on Henry Emily. So from your point of view, do you think he's a bad guy at heart, or no? He did some bad things, but also some good things. He isn't a horrible person. I think Henry is a much more complicated character than people often give credit for. I think people are very quick to just assume, because Henry is the one responsible for FFPS, that he is the ultimate good and he's the hero of the story. I look at it more like I don't know, because the way I look at it is, he must have been in charge of Fazbear at some point. And in a lot of the endings of FFPS, except for the proper one, he either fires you or sends you to an insane asylum, or you go bankrupt. There's a lot of endings of FFPS which are not, they don't paint Henry in the nicest light. And he obviously is atoning for his sins, but it seems to be that he very much is not a squeaky clean character. But yeah, I think he's morally flawed, but he's flawed, but he is morally, by the end of his life, wanting to do the right thing. Yeah, that's kind of my take on Henry. Let me put on some bit of music in the background. Just a little thing in the background. Let me see. Let me know if that music is too loud. Is it bad that I still like the unwithered animatronics? Absolutely not. That is totally fine. You're in the perfect place for it. I mean, look at me. Okay, good. The levels seem to be all right. Sweet. Okay, so Puppet won out that poll, definitely. At 63%. Everything else then is pretty split. Interesting. Yeah, so 16% Henry, 12% Golden Freddy, 7% toys. Yeah, I think the toys will be fun, but I wonder, someone pointed out earlier that the Wizards have the blue eyes, and I wonder if the sort of yellow jaundice eyes that they have in the first movie and in this might be a result of like William's influence. You know, it might be that showing that he's the one controlling them. Let me see. Theory Chum said something about the script pages that were leaked. Or not leaked, but released. I still want Unwithers to be in the movies, just to be its own thing. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see the Unwithers. I'd love to get a canon, because at that point, I'd be like, okay, whatever Bonnie's face looked like in the Unwithered design would just become the, like, canon Unwithered Bonnie look, you know? Even though they're slightly different, you could make it a game's approximation of it. Because that's always the thing that sets Unwithered models apart, you know? Unwithered Foxy, Unwithered Chica, Unwithered Freddy, no matter who makes the models, they all look pretty much the same. The Unwithered Bonnie always looks a bit different because of the face. Jungle Boy, can we get Jack Black as Henry? Oh, please, please. We need more stunt casting. We need, like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Edwin. The Unwithers were revealed in My Pop Goes. My Pop Goes is not canon to the main story. My Pop Goes is its own universe. All the Fanverse initiative, though they are supported by Scott, are not in-universe part of the same continuity. That's been confirmed by Scott. Do you think we'll get a flashback to Charlie in the MCI, or will it be minigame style? I think, yeah, we seem to be getting a Charlie flashback anyway. Like, there's scenes in the movie which have her in it and that other kid, so I don't think it'll be an MCI flashback, but I think it'll be whatever that is, flashback, you know, a Charlie Cassidy or a Charlie Sammy flashback. Unwithered Bonnie having eyebrows and whiskers is canon in my heart. No, Bonnie should never have eyebrows. I like the whiskers though. That's a nice idea. If Jack Black does not voice phone guy, they wasted him. Is Jack Black in the movie? Am I insane? Did I miss something? Is he confirmed? Which character am I? I'm Unwithered Freddy. That's my thing. Toy Bonnie has eyebrows. Toy Bonnie, I think, has eyebrows, didn't he? Did he? I don't know. He's not in this trailer, so I can't tell you right off the top of my head. What if it's that Mike is doing his dream plan again, like in the first movie, and is flashing back to the past, and that's how he's encountering the Wizards? That'd be kind of cool. I could see that. I mean, it seems like the place is run down when he's there, so I'd imagine it's not his dream thing. Maybe that's how we see the flashbacks to Charlie. That'd be cool. I mean, again, thinking about recently the whole idea of doing a reboot or a rewrite of the FNAF movie, I think it's crazy to have set Michael's flashbacks in the middle of some random woods and not put it in a Freddy's location. Like, you can have Garrett be taken, just put it in Fredbear's, put it in Freddy's when it's open, put it somewhere that is more visually, you know, impactful than some random forest somewhere. But I think if we're doing that memory flashback thing again, he'd have to be somehow connected to Charlie, Unless it turns out that he was there and we're going to do like a memory reveal that like, oh, his memories from the first movie were false. But he could also, maybe Charlie goes into his head and loop victims him to go see see the past or something. That'd be cool. I mean, I guess we'll have to find out. So is there anything in general people are like kind of out of left field hopes and dreams and wishes that they want to see done in this movie? You can either send it as a super chat and I'll definitely see it, or you can just post it in the chat and I'll try and pick out the couple that come across the screen that I might see. Or if you see anything that you think is particularly cool in the chat, shout it out, like at them. Hope Mangle gets a bite in. That seems like it could be likely. Ghost Freddy Ghost Kid has a different shirt from regular Freddy. Trailer Sammy has regular Freddy's shirt. Oh, really? Hang on, maybe I'm misremembering the first movie. FNAF 1 movie forest scene. I'm just gonna go to this scene in the first movie. Oh, so that's someone's recording it on their phone. Let me see. FNAF movie forest. This is in like 144p. Come on, there's got to be clips from the first movie. FNAF 1 movie clips. I'll just look that up. Here we go, movie scenes. Map Pack cameo, meet the thing. If anyone knows what I should look up to just get it, the scene from the first movie where they're in the forest, I could just look it up. FNAF 1 movie kids. Oh, you're so right. The Freddy Kid has the white and orange shirt. The Golden Freddy Kid has the brown and yellow shirt. Oh boy, that's weird. What does that mean? Okay, maybe it doesn't mean anything then. But I'm then just being contradictory to myself in what would be good evidence. But, I mean, would it be just the regular Freddy Kid? He kind of looks similar. He kind of looks like him. He's got the dark hair. I wish I would hallucinate Springtrap like her. What? Mrs. Trap, please. Just because. Welcome. Thank you for becoming on with a truther. That's amazing. You will now get free early access to new videos and to videos I make in the future for members only. But yeah, I'm working on the Secret of the Mimic video at the minute, so that should be coming out soon. Sauce's Beston, the movie ending with Springtrap tweaking out like the trailer for FNAF 3. Also an Unwithered Sigma cameo of him saying, we're real, it's happening. Yes, I can confirm I'm in the movie. No, I'm not. That's not true. That would be, I mean, hey, listen. Unwithered Sigma. Scott, if you're watching this, there's time. There's time to look at it. There's time to put it in. Yeah, but Springtrap tweaking out like in the trailer for FNAF 3. We kind of got that at the end of the first movie. But I could definitely see it being like the tease for the next one. Let me see. Faz Ent and Gibby, are you guys? Gibby, you're in the chat. Is Faz Ent still in the chat? Because I'm thinking I might get people in if they're willing to hop into a quick call, have a little discussion about it. Yeah, more rotted Springtrap, definitely. Guys, good job on getting the likes up. About 250. That's some good work. Just finished editing so I can hop in. Perfect. Okay, I'll get Gibby in the chat if Fazent wants to hop in, or anyone that knows me. Let me know. Gibby, I'll just hop in the Helpful Homestead chat. How far in the future does this movie take place from the FNAF 1? It's a year, says it in the description. Think we ever get a Fredbear's game? I think if we do, it'll either be a different studio than Steelwool, or it will be a game that happens after the Mimic Saga is already finished. A lot of people are saying Five Nights at Candy's references. That would be cool. I just don't see Scott doing that, like, not because he mightn't want to, but from a legal standpoint, it might get a bit messy in terms of rights. Like obviously they're all creations based on it's like they're a fan property, so they wouldn't have full ownership of them. But I could just see it getting messy in terms of like paying people, which is the unfortunate truth of when you're making a movie that you have to consider. You know, if you reference something or put something in, most of the time, unless Scott just has blanket rights to everything fan created, which he very well could, because a lot of fan creations work that way. I doubt they'll put something like that in the movie because they could just wind up with problems in terms of rights. Gibby, hello. Hello, Gibby. I can't hear you. If you're talking, I can't hear you. You don't seem to be lighting up, so I don't think your mic is working on your end, but I could be crazy.
Hello, hello, testing.
Hello, there we go. How's it hanging?
It would have been much better if the moment I joined, I had said, "Oh, the unfortunate truth? Don't you mean the unwithered truth?" That would have been so funny if my mic had been working. Haha, everyone in chat, give me laughs in the chat. Everyone say, ha ha ha. Pretend that it came out correctly. Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha. Let me see. I'm gonna try. My Discord thing is set up weird in.
That's why I'm split in half. Yeah.
Labs. Yeah, there we go. Shattered Gibby confirmed.
Shattered Gibby.
There we go. All right. So yeah, what did you think of the trailer?
I think that the puppet and Mangle look incredible. I
Yes.
cannot wait to see them.
Yeah.
Like full motion walking around. The one shot where like the fingers are crawling up over the edge, like maybe
so good.
maybe that CG, just because I don't know how they could make the fingers articulate like that. But the scene where it's walking behind Vanessa, oh my god, oh my god, I want to see the puppet.
But even if that, like, the fingers coming over the edge is CG, it looks awesome. So I'm fine with it. As long as the CG, like, I know some people have been complaining about the CG of Mangle on the car. And, like, you know, listen, it's going to happen. I don't imagine this movie has the hugest budget in the world. Like, it's going to be a little bit more limited than some of the bigger blockbusters. But I think it looks cool for what it is. But, yeah, the fingers coming up over the edge and the puppet floating up behind Vanessa looks great. Looks really, really good. What's your most anticipated thing? I suppose other than maybe the puppet.
I really want like movie lore. I don't like how we have so many blanks and we're just like, oh, I guess the games can fill that blank for us. Like, no, I want to learn like Mike can look at a newspaper and be like, the 5 dead kids. Their names were Susie, Jeremy,
Yes.
Gabriel, Fritz, and Cassidy maybe. Like I want them to, when they meet Henry, for him to be like, it was just supposed to be a normal pizzeria, but then my college roommate William did this, and we can be like, oh my god, lore.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to just be, I don't want our connection to the characters to be half informed by the games. Because most people watching the movies don't know the game lore.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I think the movies should try and like take the stuff that's in the games, and it's from even just this little snippets that we've gotten. It seems like they're doing it a bit more than they did with the first movie, where they're taking the iconography from the games that we all want to see, but they're actually working it more into its own story and like making it relevant to this film rather than the first movie, which I think was a little bit guilty of just like, here's the iconography and also the other story is happening. Like the kids are in it, the MCI is in it, but they're not, you know, the main focus of anything that's going on. They're just sort of there as the rest of the movie is happening around them. So I kind of would hope that the second movie is doing a bit more, and it seems to be with Charlie being a more important character and whatever that other kid is, the Sammy kid. Do you think it's Sammy or do you think it's Cassidy or Kelsey or whatever?
So I wasn't fully listening to like your thing because I've been editing. Do you think that there's the shot of the girl holding like someone else? Do you think that's Charlie, or do you think the dead person's Charlie?
The girl.
You think that's Charlie screaming?
Yeah.
What, holding Sammy?
I think so, because it looks like it's the same kid as was in the shot earlier with Spring Bonnie, where he's like looking at him through the kitchen window.
Maybe.
I mean, he's got the same kind of like dark hair. It seems to be like a close shaved head, and if like she's clearly like a little girl, so if she's holding him up, I would imagine that he's young enough and small enough that she could do that. So I imagine it's not like an adult, you know, it's not Mike or something. I think it is Charlie though. I'm pretty sure that's the actress that was confirmed to be
okay.
Charlie. and I'm imagining if there is going to be a scenario where she is being involved in some sort of fight or dangerous thing going on, and this kid is there, that would be a Sammy stand-in. Whether they call it that
But
or
then
not.
we have paranormal investigator character being like, a little girl died here.
Well, yeah,
You think
but
she'd be like,
maybe...
a little boy and a little girl died here, and one of them was rebuilt into a robot. Like,
Well, well, it depends. I mean, in the Silver Eyes, the newspaper reports on just a kid. I don't know. I mean, I doubt we'll do a whole Silver Eyes thing with the robot kids and she actually died and we see the boy die and she thinks that, you know, I don't think we'll do that whole scenario.
no.
But it could be something where maybe, I don't know, maybe he's only hurt, maybe he's not killed, maybe something
True.
happened, but I don't know. She is holding him like he's dead. Let me see.
Yeah, maybe he just gets stabbed, and she's like, no, and then William kills her, and he lives, and then, no, but then, I don't know, then
Or he
he'd be
takes
able
him
to,
and
like,
makes him
Sammy
into
can
Michael.
testify or something. Oh my god. 7-year-old Mike has no memory of being
Hey, listen.
Sammy Emily, like what?
Nightmare
I
Chambers.
brainwashed you. You never had a brother or a mother or a father, and also your aunt is a robot.
And now
That's why
your
she
date
lied
with
to you.
now your date with your sister seems real weird. It's a Luke Leia situation. Yeah, I mean, the fact they're on a little dinner date, like it could be a purely casual, just friends meeting up for dinner kind of deal.
Bro's wearing a tie.
Yeah.
Bro has a tie on. What's he? He's trying way too hard for this girl.
It's a fancy restaurant. Listen. Yeah, I mean, it does look like a romantic situation. So I really doubt they'll do a Luke Leia reveal with it planned in ahead. But you never know. Could just be a friend date. He does hold her hand at the end of the first movie. He does, but she's also like dying in a hospital.
Dying in the hospital.
It's like, yeah, it's not like, ooh, getting a little flirty, Mike. It's like he's just holding it because she's, you know, he doesn't want her to die. Who wouldn't want to try hard for Vanessa or as fam main?
Oh my god.
With a circle agreeing wholeheartedly.
I thought it was weird that she's like, okay, so right, she ends the first movie in the hospital. Maybe she doesn't go to jail. Maybe no one knows what she did wrong, whatever. But for her to not even like stop by to see Abby, because the first thing she asks is, "How's Abby?" She like these two, their relationship, their friendship or whatever, should be casual enough for her to be able to stop by his home to say hi to Abby.
That's
But instead,
true.
it looks like their first conversation in a long time is fancy restaurant, dressed up date, which is just so weird.
Yeah, because there is the scene in the first trailer where she goes to his house and then they go and look for Abby, and I think that's at the point where she's already left.
Yeah, and Mangle attacks in the house and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's because I guess in fairness, like, what do they really know about each other? Like, they only really share just this traumatic experience. That's kind of all that's going on between them. So they might not actually have much reason, because it's the thing of in movies where you go through an adventure and now you're friends because you were in the first movie together. But realistically, like, they only meet because of this like messed up scenario with William, and then they don't have much in common, I don't think. Like, he doesn't want her to die. He doesn't think she's a bad person, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're besties after she wakes up in hospital. Like, maybe they have a little reunion when she wakes up a couple of weeks after that, and then they go their separate ways, and they're going to meet up again because of, I don't know, maybe they're just stopping in every now and then. She's got to go back to her police work.
You think she's still a cop after this? Like, it's one thing for Mike to not like turn her in.
It calls her a police officer in the description.
What? Come on, Mike. You should at least tell the cop, like the chief of police, like, hey, she might be mentally unstable.
Yeah,
her father might be a serial killer.
She might have been manipulated into becoming a police officer because her serial killer dad wanted someone on the inside. Pickle Pepper, thank you for the donation. Trauma-induced Mike memory loss, Mike Emily, potentially. That could be cool if you don't make him Afton's kid. You make him Henry's. But then you got to wonder where the whole other memories come from in the forest, because there is like a little bit in the first movie which you could potentially take as a hint, where he says about his family, about Garrett and about his parents, like, God, they were so perfect. It was like something out of a movie, or out of one of those old TV shows. And we know Mike likes TV, so maybe it's something of like he had that implanted into his brain, or he trauma replaced the memory with this fake family that he saw on TV or something. That would be quite the thing to do, but I could see it going there. But who knows? It's the field, clearly, says Jungle Boy. Very true.
It does take place in a field. You're right.
It does take
memories,
place
quite
in a
literally
field.
the field.
Is it bad that I want to save the kids from William Afton? No. Why would that be a bad thing?
What?
No, that's a very good instinct. Dreamy Goose. Dreamy Goose, I think I think it's maybe more troubling that you're questioning that instinct to save the kids. No, absolutely. How are you going to save what is already dead? Thank you, Celsius Beston. True. You're too late, Dreamy Goose. First movie, Freddy Ghost Kid has the same kind of flat top as Sammy, quote unquote, but I don't know. Also, the van that McKenna Grace comes in has a ghost on the side. Ghostbusters reference. Yeah, I feel like these are our Mystery Incorporated. You know, it's also like, you know, Matthew Lillard, Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I was about to say, actually, I think our Mystery Incorporated is currently in a spring long suit.
Yeah. Let me see. Some politics in the chat.
My God.
Oh my God.
He's here.
Oh my God, he's here.
G Sigma, you're live.
This trailer is insane. All right, I just recorded my dreading hour that I'm going to put up in a little bit. So let's talk live. Let's talk, you and me.
Okay. Just give me 2 seconds. You guys chat amongst yourselves. My family came home. I just want to go tell them I'm streaming.
Okay. This is crazy to me. Okay, so I just talked about it with Fazbear Entertainment for a while, and I'll put that up on whatever it's called.
YouTube.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is that I'm assuming that a majority of the supernatural stuff happening in the trailer is from the puppet. Because first of all, when in the first scene where they're walking into the building for the first time, there's a bunch of random puppet plushes just scattered around, like it looks like a cave.
6 of them.
Yeah. And then there's a thunderstorm. A thunderstorm starts, and that's when Abby's fast talker turns on, which is very reminiscent of Fetch,
the field.
0 Point Field, all that stuff.
Frankenstein.
So I'm almost wondering if I think the puppet is literally this. It's altering reality, is what it feels like. It can project itself into that toy from like 2 city blocks away. It can randomly assemble puppet plushes everywhere. The merchandise has the tier marks on it for some reason, even though it shouldn't. Which means they could have manifested there after the fact. Yes, because they say that some little girl died here, as if that's what caused it to like shut down. So it makes no sense for the tier marks to be on there.
To be fair, the tier marks appearing is an interpretation of Security Puppet, which the community has come up with and has sort of just like latched onto. But we actually have no confirmation in universe beyond the 8-bit minigame that the puppet didn't always have tier streaks. Because it's just in that one 8-bit minigame that it's missing the tier streaks. We never actually see like a proper puppet render or any merchandise or anything that doesn't have the tier streaks. And even in the Fall Fest posters, the puppet has the tiers. So, depending on when that Fall Fest thing is from, obviously, I think the puppet might always have the tier streaks, or they might just not make that a part of the movie universe. I think the tiers are just an element of them.
They're too iconic.
Makes sense. Yeah, which also makes sense because of like the puppet's design as like kind of a tragedy comedy mask. You know, old porcelain. You know, it's playing on old like clowns and jesters and stuff like that. So The tear streaks
Yeah.
were a design element of the puppet, which didn't need to be explained, until Security Puppet maybe implies that they were added later. But I think that also could just be Scott didn't add them to the 8-bit. I do like it. But
Also, this
it's
does not
confirmed.
this does not take place when I thought it does. It's modern. It's the
Yeah,
Fast Fest is modern time thing.
Yeah, right now.
Which it says like the events. So also the first line of the description evokes FNAF 3 Steam description heavily. The supernatural events, the things, the stories that took place there have inspired. It's literally like, and they use a lot of Secret of the Mimic imagery. That van looks a lot like the Secret Mimic van. And there's a baobab tree. There's the storyteller tree in Abby's room as one of her toys.
The mangle hangs on top of it and crashes through the front windscreen like the Secret of the Mimic.
Yeah, like the Mimic.
I wonder if that's like, it could be intentional, like Scott, because he's also the one given the writing credit on this. He's given full written by credit,
and he was the rep. He wrote. He had the right credit on Secret Mimic too. Yep.
Yeah. So it could definitely be intentional, but it could also just be, I don't think necessarily drawing any comparisons between the two, but like, it's clear Scott had the same kind of imagery in mind when he was writing both of them.
Also, several versions of the animatronics. The Balloon Boy at the start of the trailer is not Balloon Boy. It's a random sculpture that looks like he's on hard drugs.
The statue thing, yeah.
Yeah.
The big nose.
I imagine that's like where kids might actually get their balloons from. Like, it's at the front door and you pick up balloons from it, and the Balloon Boy animatronic is the one that's walking around and, talking to kids or being a projector or whatever. Balloon Boy is a projector. People saying God Puppet, Ghosts in all media do that. Puppet being able to project itself to control things. Guys, ghosts just do that in movies.
I agree.
Like the sauce is bested. This is true. This is something I think, as FNAF fans, I think we often just disregard certain things about regular ghost lore, where we kind of go, how does this happen? How does this explain anything? And then you watch any other horror movie with ghosts in it, and they can just do anything. They can fly, they can move things with their mind, they can teleport, they can do all this kind of stuff. And it's actually more rare for ghosts not to have those kind of powers. So when Charlie's doing stuff,
I think it's because these ones are sentient. I don't think like Jeremy could do that, because Jeremy's not like over control.
No, that's what I mean. Is it's more rare in media to have ghosts which are quite grounded like these ones, where these ones are kind of very heavily tethered to the physical world through their possessed forms.
All right, next topic. Abby is good with robotics.
Yes, she is. Yeah, she's working with that. Yes. What do we think that toy is? Because we were talking about it in chat, and I think
I'm assuming it just lights up. Light, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was saying I think where it comes from is the same with the Faz Talker. I think Mike has probably been buying her old Freddy's memorabilia to kind of keep her happy since the first movie, because something seems to have happened with the other animatronics that Mike and Vanessa are more aware of than
hiding
Abby.
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming them getting destroyed, I would assume.
Yeah, but it's just interesting because something must have happened after the first movie, because she should be aware if it's just like the FNAF building collapsing like in the first movie.
Yes. Yeah.
She would probably be aware of that as well. So something seems to have happened after the first movie that's changed, and they're like, oh, we better keep that from her. So
I'm assuming this is where Henry comes in. Henry comes into play. Takes the animatronics, beats the shit out of them, and makes them into the.
Oh.
It's so strange. What was I gonna say? The toy probably just lights up because it's clear glass casing. So imagine you hit a button and the glass casing changes to like yellow. The Charlie is holding the boy with the buzz cut in the scene where she's screaming.
Yes.
So that's either Sammy or one of the Michaels. I would say.
That's what I was thinking, is probably Sammy. If it is Michael, I doubt they'll do a Michael Afton and a Michael Schmidt. I don't think they'll do two Mikes. I was saying
it's Andrew. Mods ban him.
Well,
not my stream, but mods ban him.
Well, what I was saying was like it could be like the Kelsey kid. If the Kelsey kid is a projection, it could be
Kelsey's a
projection. It could be
Kelsey's a projection.
The real quote unquote version of the Golden Freddy kid. If we want to do maybe like a bite victim Sammy thing, we could do something along those lines.
Yes. Dude, the scene where the puppet comes up behind
Gibby
her in the
actually
house is
deleted the
horrifying.
Andrew message.
Yeah, the scene with the puppet is aura farming, bro. Pure aura
So good.
farming.
Oh, so
Where
good.
she's coming up from behind.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited.
Scott is the only writer. There will be 2 kids named Michael.
Yeah, but you gotta fly to New York in December so we can peep the movie.
Yeah, we'll all meet up at Scott Cawthon's house.
Yeah, true. Watch it in his basement.
The greatest writer on earth.
Like, don't mind M2 walking around going,
Oh yeah, Secret of
found
Confidence
you."
had a cool connection, of course Elizabeth related, where they were saying the Abbey
You
building
don't
stuff. The Abbey building stuff could be a hint or a reference to the mangle in Elizabeth's room.
Yeah.
Like the idea of putting together a little
Oh.
toy or making a little toy version of something. Kind of cool. I don't know if it
Interesting,
tells us anything,
interesting.
but I mean, it is Abby and Elizabeth being connected.
Yep.
I'm telling you, Scott's gonna do some absolutely insane thing where like he pulls a bookshelf in the house and it leads to a giant elevator in the wall. I'd be like, Scott, no.
No.
In the Afton house or in the Schmidt house?
Yeah, well, I'm assuming the house they're in, all trailer, is
Well,
Vanessa's old house, right? Because there's no way Mike could afford that. He's broke as buns.
yeah, but why would
They
they
already
be
had a
living?
house. They're fixing it up.
I think it's a different house though than in the first movie.
Yeah, where do you get the
Is
money?
it?
Where do you get the cash money from? He lives in an apartment, doesn't he? In the first movie? Oh no, he does have a house.
Unless
No.
the exterior that
Somehow.
we see is different to the interior.
I
I think there's 2 houses in the movie, but we're kind of only showing the inside of one and the outside of the other. Like the inside of the scenes where Abby's in her bedroom, those are the first movie house, and then the scenes at the end where they're all in the house getting chased by the
Yes.
toys, that's Vanessa's house.
Yep. It's not a bookshelf. You need to input a code into the tiles in the wall to find the elevator.
That would be honestly, that would be a great reference. If there's like a hidden room and they have to use the wall tiles to do it, that'd be cool. Somebody
TD, what
points
do you
me-
think? Sorry, you first.
Sorry, what'd you ask me?
No, go ahead. Just I'm trying to find it. If
Okay.
there's something.
What do you think about? Because me and Unwithered already talked about it. This possibly implying that Charlie died at the FNAF 2 location, or this implying that there's no DCI?
Which is the original somehow.
Somehow, yeah.
Yeah. Charlie dying. Does it imply no DCI? Did you say?
So it seems like in the
in this
movie there's no DCI and Charlie
Yes,
died
it
at the
does.
FNAF 2 location. Do you think that
It
that
does.
says anything about the games?
I do not understand how Charlie would die at the FNAF 2 location in the games. Sorry, Fazbear. It is odd to me. I'm very confused by that. Some of the choices. Because what are the 5 dead bodies supposed to be? Are they supposed to be paranormal investigators? There's no way. They're like adults. And save
well,
them
I mean,
is
people
the
are saying that
puppet
they're
wants to help them, whereas
they're the equivalent of the DCI in this movie, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the DCI in the games were a bunch of people that broke in. as
well, that would mean the
investigators.
DCI takes place. 'Cause
My
it was always thought the DCI happens like the week before we get there.
Yeah, my overall conclusion is just the movies are recycling imagery from the games and should not be used as evidence in the games at all. That was my conclusion.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just give me you guys keep chatting. Someone in chat said that the Puppet and Freddy plush and the prize counter are real toys you can buy, which means they wouldn't be surprised if we see Toto in the movie.
Let's go! Plushies
That would
Take
be
Manhattan
awesome.
would have been the Toto movie.
Just give me
Alright,
2
give it to me,
seconds.
Scott.
I just have to listen to a message and then I'll come back. But you keep
Yeah.
yapping about your predictions.
I'm wondering. So someone in chat was asking earlier, and you even mentioned that like it kind of sounds like the FNAF 3 location. But like how if this is already sort of like a Fazbear's Frightsy type thing, how will they do FNAF 3? And I think that the next movie will sort of be a sister location thing. I don't think it'll be FNAF 3 with Fazbear's Fright. I think it'll be sister location-ish with a resurrected Springtrap. What are your thoughts, T Sigma? If you're still here, it might just be
I am
me.
still here. Sorry,
Okay.
I've been doing the. I've been watching the fucking my editing back. Oh my god, my captions cut off at the bottom. I am so brain. Whoa, no. Oh well. Well, it's gonna have to go up the way it is. I can't do anything about it. All right.
Yep.
Fazan
My
says this movie
thumbnails
has
are really
equal evidence for Charlie First as it does for Charlie 87,
Okay.
so it can't really be used for anything, which is true.
Yeah,
Okay. What? I'm sorry.
equal
One
evidence
more
as in
time. What'd you
zero.
ask?
Okay, so I think the next movie, given that this movie is about like a years and years after the MCI, people are now interested in Freddy's again. I think for the next movie to be a Fazbear's Fright thing would be redundant. So I think the next movie will be Sister Location, but
Holy.
with Springtrap coming back, so it'll kind of be both.
See,
Yeah.
I think,
And if it is, I'm sure they'll tie FNAF 4 into it.
yeah. I mean, like I've been obviously thinking about stuff for the reboot and like how you condense things down and simplify things. And I think it makes, if you're going to do a FFPS movie, I think it makes the most sense to say Springtrap for that, because then you have his return and his defeat in the same movie, and then you can just focus on Sister Location for a separate thing. So I could see it, if they do want to do Sister Location, make that the next one, and then the fourth one is the last one, and it's the FFPS fire. Or you do maybe FNAF 4 somehow, or you do FNAF 4 and Sister Location in the same game, because they're connected with the bunkers and the experiments or whatever.
Flashbacks and stuff like that. Yeah, but how... Okay, so, like, Matthew Lillard will be in this movie, in that we're going to get a flashback to Charlie's death, and Vanessa's
PTSD.
hallucinating him.
Yeah.
But do we think we're not going to see him at all? Like real Springtrap is just in the building?
I think only post-credits scene, yeah.
Yeah.
I think only post-credits.
Okay.
Yeah, because whatever happened to the original Freddy's building, he's still there. He should be still in there. Like, I doubt
Because
it'll
Mike
be
never told them. Mike never told them, oh, by the way, the murderer's,
Yeah.
like, just kind of locked in this back room.
Yeah, like, could we see a scenario where they're, like, demolishing that building and Springtrap's just, like, in there? Or he gets out because of that? That would be strange, I feel like. It depends on what happens to the MCI in this movie.
Yeah.
Someone's saying that Garrett could be the kid that's being experimented on if we do, like, a didophobia thing. That's why William kidnapped him. It should be cool.
That'd go hard.
I would not mind that at all.
Yeah, Mike, he walks into a room and there's just Garrett, but he's 10 years older.
Oh,
God. I've been alive, Michael.
That would
My
be
name
crazy.
is Rory now.
And now I'm British.
My only reason that I might think... Now, it could be, again, behind the scenes changing ideas or whatever, but there was supposed to be a scene in the first movie where Mike saw Garrett in the pizzeria. Like, he walked out from the shadows and then disappeared as, like, a ghost. So that, to me, would say he's dead, but projection. Also, that could be
And
why
if
they
Charlie-
cut the movie.
If Charlie's the puppet, then, like, we were always like, who's Garrett? Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm thinking, maybe Garrett could just be some other character and he's not involved, or he was the first kill and then something. But if we have this Golden Freddy kid be a projection or be a golden duo or something, I think that could be who our Sammy is.
Why does he even let him out? Why does the Golden Freddy kid let Springtrap out of the back room? Shouldn't he be, like, on his ass?
What, in the actual games, like in FNAF 3?
Well, no. In this movie, I'm assuming in FNAF 3 we're gonna see Springtrap get out. Like, what did Bro create, like, a hologram of himself to destroy Golden Freddy kid?
I mean, it depends if whatever happens to them in this game, like, or in this
What
game,
if he
in this
attaches
movie.
to him and gets vengeful?
That'd be cool. I mean, we definitely get that vibe from him at the end when he.
And he says, "My name is Andrew Cassidy."
So vengeful. What if that song plays at the end of the movie?
Kelsey,
And
Has Scott approached you yet?
No, unfortunately, no.
I'm sad.
I mean, he could take it without permission. I wouldn't even care.
Afton pulls up Subway Surfers footage to distract Golden Freddy.
He'd be immune. He's from the 80s. He's got no brain rot. It's his greatest power. Thank you, Samuel Doherty, for joining the Classic Theorists. Thank you. Why is Afton stupid in the first movie? Good question.
The great question.
It's all the deeper plan.
So vengeful, and I'm In the games.
I think Garrett represents something in relation to William and Michael's unknown relationship. I just don't know what yet. Yeah, I think there is more to be said about Garrett because they don't give you the kind of reveal in the first movie if that storyline was done with. You know, they don't do enough in the first movie to be like, and this is exactly what happened to Garrett, so we don't have to talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, they sort of leave it open to, oh, Vanessa kind of knows about Garrett, but not really, and doesn't really say much about him. So
Yeah, they clearly want it to be a mystery.
yeah, it's going to continue to be a mystery until we get our, you know, full-on reveal in the next movie or this movie. I need Scott to put 14 on a locker, says Jungle Boy.
Maybe the third movie.
Yeah, in the third.
Scott didn't know about it until the trailer had already come out. I think this movie's production was done when Scott learned about
Dogs,
14
shut
Theory.
up! My dogs are so annoying. I'm gonna lose my flipping mind, or I'm gonna mute myself.
Hashtag Garrett deserved it.
What? That's crazy. They're going to reveal William kidnapped Garrett to try and turn him into a clone of some kid named David. Oh boy.
We get the scene where Mike and Vanessa sit down with Henry, and he's like, "You kids wouldn't understand. You don't know what things were like back in the day." And then he just summarizes the entirety of Secret of the Mimic and FNAF 4.
And then we get
and
our
the
Dwayne The Rock
Silverite.
Johnson as Edwin. It's perfect. Why is the puppet killing
Garrett.
McKenna Grace? Well, because the puppet does kill people. Like, people got annoyed at me for this in the reboot video where they're like, I don't like that the puppet kills Ralph. I'm like, she's killing you in FNAF 2. You're just some guy. You're not even...
Yeah.
Like the puppet is as... Like, yes, she's more aware than the others, but I think she still falls victim to the same thing that they do, which is, like, the pain and agony of being a ghost still impacts her. Like, it still makes her angry and violent, you know? So could just be like oh, you're invading my space, you know? She's trying to keep herself safe, or she's keeping Golden Freddy safe, or whatever, you know? Something's going on. Let me see. Charlie's fully aware she just felt silly. True.
I hope, and I know we were talking about the puppet, like it would be kind of lame if she can just fly. But I hope we get a recreation of the FNAF 2 jump scare, just like straight at the camera,
yeah,
scream.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the puppet being able to fly once it's possessed. I'm fine with that. I take issue with the puppet being able to fly before any possession happens. In the ending, the puppet
really
pulls off a Superman and flies into the sunset. I must go
My
back
planet
to my
needs
people.
me.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I hope Foxy yells
Charlie.
freedom and gives Mike a hug.
Perfect. And Mike kill all. I'd love a
bunch of ghost kids.
Yeah, I'd love a bit of London Bridges falling down. That'd be cool. London Bridges falling down.
So, do we think that... So, Vanessa has a line about, like, Mike is fixing the animatronics, but, like, he's lying to Abby about it, right? Is that what we think is going on?
Is that what she's saying? I actually need to... I think I should go back and maybe... Because now I've had a bit of time to think about it. I'm going to go back and rewatch that. I will stream it to you now in just 2 seconds. So, yeah, let's go back through the trailer. T-Drez is currently dealing with his dogs.
Give them
All right. Hopefully, I think they have stopped
the
the
devil.
stimulations.
We're just going to watch the movie trailer through again and see if we can glean more about the overall story, okay? So, can you guys talk for a second, see if the chat still can hear you?
Hello, it's me, T-Dwebs.
Tell me why. Ain't nothing
but a Tails games. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a Fright games.
Sadly, I can still hear TD, says Cryptic Blue.
Oh, man. Oh, mean, guys. Oh, mean. You guys are mean to me. I'm not even going to sing any more songs about parallels from now on, you freaking bullies.
Parallels.
You're thinking of the franchise
Well,
location.
touche,
the
'cause
franchise,
I'm the
okay.
vengeful.
TD.
Alright, sorry. I was getting into it.
No, that's all good. So yeah, franchise location. That's interesting. So this is the. Do we think this is like our equivalent of Fredbear's, or do you think we will get a Fredbear's like eventually in one of the games? Because Golden Freddy has to come from somewhere.
Yeah, don't you think that FNAF 2 is Fredbear's, like the same building?
Well,
Or
that
other
was
people?
a partial theory that I had for a while. It's not something that I'm super dead set on, but like I can absolutely see it being the case, and it could be the case in this movie. I think Secret Comfiness was saying something like that to that effect just now. Is Charlie dying in '83, but the FNAF 2 location being in '83 meant to hint that Fredbear's Diner and Freddy Fazbear's coexisted? I would say it's more likely to imply that they're the same place, but also I don't think we can take much from these games or from these movies as evidence for anything in the games. Let me see. Samuel Doherty, thank you very much. Unwithered, oh god, Unwithered Gooner, T Gooner, Gooner Horror Homestead.
I've had such a positive impact on this community. I'm so glad.
Thanks, Sam.
I'm just about as wholesome as Dawko. Let's be honest.
Toy Chica is William Afton.
This
Toy Chica is the vengeful
is
spirit.
the original.
Are they carrying something? What does he have in his hand? Is that just like a flashlight? Oh, it's just a flashlight.
Flashlight, big flashlight, yeah.
Is the original.
Oh yeah, I was thinking because you know that script, the leaked one of the leaked script had people going down into underneath the carousel. That could be where your sister location is going on.
Ooh.
Is the original.
Because that would be like in Help Wanted, it would be underneath
Nobody's
the
been
Help
here for
FNAF 2
decades.
location.
Some little girl got murdered here.
You've spoken too much.
Also,
You're
that
doing
was
damage to
the
us.
sister location sound effect.
It's the original.
What
Nobody's
was?
been here for decades.
See the camera? The mirror. It's in Foxy and
Oh, dear.
Funtime Auditorium.
Nobody's been here for decades.
Huh.
Some little girl got murdered.
Please be an Easter egg. Please be just an Easter egg. This is Circus Baby Mike.
Did you guys hear that?
Hear what?
Your daughter.
Yeah, so
Wait,
they-
not your
their
daughter.
spirit
Your sister's
box.
gonna be
First I
in. Your
circus
sister's
your
getting
baby.
possessed.
Did you guys hear that?
First I possessed your sister location, then I possessed your brother location. Now I'm
Yeah,
making a
people see
Mike
brother
location.
Yeah, someone says, isn't that a royalty, like, sound effect thing? Like, yeah, it's probably a stock sound, but if you use it in FNAF 5, and then you put it in
Yeah.
the movie, people are gonna think FNAF 5.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like there's another sound effect later on in the trailer, which I noticed is from the games. Like they're reusing the sound effects because they can.
Balloon Boys on fence.
So this is why this is the this is why these are the classic animatronics, because this is modern day after they've existed, obviously.
Being normal.
I think we've come pretty far, considering what we've been through.
How's
Yeah, I'm
that
disappointed that Fast Fest is
Some days
modern
she's
day.
good,
Yeah.
Some days she misses her friends.
I'm disappointed that Andrew is not in this game.
be?
I mean, movie. Well, I could be
Only
wrong.
Andrew's
Maybe
in the
maybe he
game.
could still be here. There's still a chance for my beloved Andrew to be in the game.
movie.
Friends.
Only Andrew's in the movie.
story
How do you
Yes,
do?
what's
Those
what's the
animatronics.
line? You can turn on
Yeah,
the
trying to
subtitles or
listen to
whatever.
it. Oh yeah, true.
Friends.
This story that you're gonna fix
Well,
those
who
animatronics.
are you? I'm the vengeful spirit.
It's only giving her
No,
false
you
hope.
are not.
Okay, so
You stupid
So
mother
he's-
fricker.
he's telling her he's gonna fix the animatronics, but that's a lie. So
Yes, that's what I thought.
do we think it's the Wizards, or do we think the Wizards are something else?
I think there must be the Withers
So-
are the animatronics that got broken down.
But like, they didn't get that damaged in the first movie, and
It's been a
whether or not you
year.
think it's true in the games, it's only been a year. And whether or not you think it's true in the games, in the movie, it's heavily implied that the bodies are still in the suits.
Yes.
And that's just like, they're in there, and then it like pans over to them. So
And
like,
it's
the bodies
also-
are still in there.
I mean, I know it could just be, you know, oh, they look like this because they look like that in the game and it's a reference, but like, I feel like a movie-going audience would have a harder time seeing the Wizards like Chica and going like, oh yeah, it's the same robot that just looks like that now for no reason. You know, beyond the actual withering, the full design has changed.
Yeah, there's like different teeth and whatever.
Yeah, it's a whole different body. This is really cool. I really like this.
Yep. Dark Stormy Night, Thunderstorm, Frankenstein, Spooky Ghost.
They've got those jaundice eyes. I think that might be an indicator that William is possessing them, because the withers don't have that later. They don't have the yellow.
Yeah.
Cool.
It surprises me that the location, the original location, has the toys on the sign. Because, like, why would the toys have been designed before the classics in universe? It just seems like they're more advanced.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we might have a situation where in the movie universe, the classics existed at Fredbear's, and then they made Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, which was the toys, and then the classics, like in the games, were made after the toys were dismantled, but that the originals, you know, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, were actually from Fredbear's, and then were refurbished afterwards. Maybe.
But Spring Bonnie is in the FNAF, is the toy location, because that's where he kills Charlie.
Yes. Yeah, but so was he in the MCI location, but he's from Fredbear's in the games. You know what I mean?
But they would have moved Spring Bonnie's suit to the toy location, but moved the classics to a second Freddy's location?
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, I mean, like, well, this is a question here, because like the Freddy head is in the FNAF 2 building. Like,
Yeah,
this is the classic Freddy head. So, I mean, again, this is the other thing. If you have Withered Freddy standing in front of this, and you're supposed to ask the audience to just believe that this turned into Withered Freddy somehow, just magic, even though it looks like this, I think that'll be a lot to explain. So maybe what we'll have is, I don't know, because this is a classics head, so it should look like the classics. Oh, I don't even know. You know, maybe
I hope
maybe the original location got rebranded, so there was a version of the original, quote unquote, that was with the classics. Then they rebranded with the toys. Then it closed down. Then they went back to the classics with the FNAF 1 movie franchise location, quote unquote.
Yeah, that solves everything. Just make it really confusing, and then it works.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott.
I hope that this scene, we just get like maybe 1 minute of like, oh, I get it. It's FNAF 2 gameplay.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the movie isn't bound by FNAF 2 like at all. Because I think one of the bigger issues with the first movie was Scott was like, well, people are going to be expecting a security guard named Mike in an office watching the animatronics for 5 nights, so we have to work the movie around that. Even though that's like just really lame and boring. So I hope this one is just like, oh,
it seems
he shined the flashlight and put on the mask.
They're going to the school, they're going to FazFest, they're going to the original location. They're going to be doing a lot in this movie, so I don't think we'll have 5 nights in this new location. I doubt that's what we'll end up with. With Bonnie, he looks so good. He looks great. Look at him. Awesome.
He's pretty cool looking.
So good.
Freddy's 2.
One Piece.
Written by Scott Cawthon.
The greatest writer on earth.
First movie, actually. Hang on. FNAF movie trailer. I'll go back to the very first one. What was the writing credit on that? Story by Scott Cawthon, screenplay by 3 people. So
yeah, and it was lame.
Giving him
this one will be better.
Written by credit means he did the screenplay as well?
For this one, I would say so, yes.
That's cool.
Same as
I guess he has the experience from working on the first movie to kind of have the confidence to go into this one and actually write the full screenplay. Can we appreciate the arc of Scott Cawthon's life being, you know, people make fun of my game that think it's bad, and so I turn it into a multi-million-dollar franchise and turn it into like a the ability to write like a Hollywood horror film.
Yeah,
What
bro
a
accidentally
legend.
became a Hollywood screenwriter.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, I won't lie, that's pretty metal.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, so
I
don't know
wanna
if there's
be
anything else I missed.
Andrew so freaking bad.
Yeah, there's the baobab tree.
Dude, Andrew better be in the freaking games or I'm gonna lose my freaking mind.
So is that a baobab tree?
I think so. It looks like it.
Yes, that's such a weird.
Set designer just accidentally putting it there because I think it looks nice, and we're all like, "Oh my god!"
It's the tree.
It's the mimic. Holy
Puppet
moly.
Fiona?
The Tales books are actually not Tales games; it's Tales movies. So the Tales books actually lead into the movie universe.
Oh my god.
Tales
That would
movies
be the
is crazy.
craziest reveal of all time. Yeah, I'm trying
My
to think if
name
there's anything
is
else to analyze
Jake,
here.
and I'm the Stitch Wraith, Michael.
Michael, I'm the real Jake. All those other Jakes are fake.
I'm the real Jake.
You must believe me, Michael.
Oh dear.
None of those Jakes are real.
How would they even handle Mike being entered?
Inside of him?
They show a shadow profile of him getting impaled, and then some bone cracking sound effects. And it goes like, sh-sh-sh, and then a weird, I don't know, flesh monster hobbling down the sidewalk.
Yeah.
He says, Merry Christmas, Mike.
Also, the fact that it says evil has left the building. I know it could just be,
that's a play
horror
on-
movie trailer text. What I know, obviously, it's like Elvis, but like,
Yeah.
the fact that they're calling them evil to me would imply that the toys are probably something to do with Afton. That he's like found a way to control them in the same way that he did the
Yeah, so
characters in the first movie.
who do you guys think is Faz talking?
Me.
It would
Golden Freddy Boy, Garrett, or William?
Well, I think giving it this framing is the
Or Charlie.
perfect setup for a twist that you think it's Golden Freddy, or she thinks it's Charlie, or she thinks it's whoever, and then she gets there and it's the toys are being controlled by William and he's the one that's speaking through it.
Oh, heck
Like,
no, dog.
oh,
That'd be
you
so
know what
weak.
you know what the reveal would be? It would be who's doing this? What are you why are you hurting us? And then it goes, I always come back, across the text. And then Springtrap hobbles out from the darkness.
I am the purple guy,
I
son.
I'm the purple guy's son.
I have entered inside of me.
Yeah, so, I mean, presumably Mike gets her this before the movie starts, or gets it for her at the start of the movie, and it's just coincidental that it's Toy Freddy? Because unless she's getting it
Ain't no way.
fast, right? Well, because she uses this to go to the FNAF 2 location, so she can't get it at the FNAF 2 location.
I hate it.
It could
Yeah,
be as a
it's
result of Fast Fest,
so weird.
but then again, they go there and Toy Freddy is there, so I don't think they can. Unless this is, some people were saying it could be like an event that takes place over the course of a week, and she gets it at the start of the week, and then he shows up at the end. Fast Fest is just happening the whole, like throughout the movie. It's we kind of keep going back there. I don't know. I could see it
kind of
as
thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
I kind of thought that the paranormal investigators kind of wake up the building, like when they go
Yes.
inside, like they open the puppet box and now she's like free, and that animates the toys to like go out and do stuff, and that sets the plot into motion.
Yes. That would.
So
That would
I
make
hope
sense.
nothing happens before that.
Well, I think it'll definitely be the opening of the movie. It feels like very opening material, cold open. Oh, we're in the middle of this random group of kids, and they're all gonna do a ghost investigation, and then they all die.
Yeah, and the character goes, "It's been 1 year since the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza break-in incident in which a cop was stabbed, and we're going to go investigate the old location.
Yeah.
What's
that's
up?
it.
My name's YouTube lady."
Yeah.
Yo,
but
what is
more
going on,
YouTube.
guys? Make sure you use my code paranormal to get 20% off your tires.
They're gonna do a challenge where they stay 5 nights at Freddy's.
What's up, guys? We're doing the lock-in challenge, 5 nights inside Freddy's.
Locking in is never a challenge for me, though.
Samuel, thank you very much
Sam.
for the super chat. What if Mike buying all the Freddy's merch for Abby is a Puggo's Pizzeria parallel? Sorry,
Oh
yes,
my
you censored
God.
the word.
Holy.
Mike is gonna go to a Hot Topic and buy all the Toy Bonnie plushies. Come
No,
on.
don't do it, Mike.
No, Mike, you're better than this.
Mike, I trusted you. No.
No.
You were the chosen one.
Because pizza parallel. My lord. Let me see. I feel like not every animatronic will be haunted. Yeah, I mean, what are we thinking the toys are right now? Like, are they parts of the MCI souls? Are they purely just robots? Are they our fun time stand-ins? Are they controlled by the puppet? Like, what are we up to?
I definitely do not think, because like unless Springtrap's walking around, or unless Henry's evil, or unless there's like a Vanny, I really don't think that William, or a bad guy, is taking apart the classics to rebuild the toys, thus giving them remnant. Like, there's no way that's what it is.
Well, unless he already did that before he got Springlock. Like, that's what he was up to in the first movie. Like, that's why he had the... Because he seems to be doing something with, like, Shreddy Faz chair. You know, like, there seems to be something going on with William. You know, like, remnant farming out of this place. Like, it could just be he's sadistic and he likes killing people, so he likes to get all the guards to go there and die. But... I don't know, I get the sense of the William in the first movie that he's a little more... Because he also can control them using the drawings, so he seems to be a little bit in tune, at least, with what's going on. So I could see it that he was experimenting on the toys, you know, and that's what he was doing in between showing up, you know, to kill Michael. Symmetry, my friend.
Skibbity, my friend.
Yeah, so...
First, I kidnapped your brother and put him into a torture chamber using gas in order to make him hallucinate things so I could farm his agony. Now I'm going to kill you.
Now I'm going to show you your
Wait, what? Can you run that by me again?
Yeah, wait.
First, I stole all the employees from Edwin Murray.
I used some tax loopholes in order to take over his house, even though he technically didn't sign it over to me, by using it as collateral. And then, of course, in 1979, I sent Arnold in order to get schematics.
Then, of course, yeah, he just starts doing a full breakdown of the lore. And, you know, in a hypothetical situation wherein Fredbear's Family Diner was closed by the death of, like, my son, if I had one, you know, which I don't, but if I did and it closed down in that year, then it would have reopened in 1985 and I would have committed the MCI then. But, of course, in this universe, he just starts laying out the differences between the two. The grand reveal, Mike, I am your father's brother's neighbor's business partner, which makes you nothing. Zoinks, puppet looks like Ghostface. Yeah, it is going to be a real...
Nothing.
Your neighbor's dog's cousin's owner's son. That's who I killed first. Stibbity, my friend. Mike, my name is Edwin.
Skibbity, my friend. Oh my god.
That works. It sounds pretty much the same.
It's...
Search up Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place 1979 in Google. You can see a Reddit post with a weird prop detail. It was in 8-Bit Ryan's set video. Is 8-Bit Ryan still chugging along? Alright, 1979. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place. Opened April 5th, 1979. What the fuck is this? Wait, what? Wait.
What are you looking at?
This is... Okay, so 8-Bit Ryan did a tour of the set, apparently, right? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna put this up on stream. Green
All
screen
right, I'm looking at your
full.
thing.
Uh,
Freddy Fazbear Pizza.
oh yeah, I've got it
LLC.
streaming there. Look,
Yes,
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza
1979.
Place, LLC, registration 1979. Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
April.
Yeah, so I mean, that's already different to the games, because the games it's 83. Weird. And it expires in 80. 87? 87? Oh my god.
Oh, Charlie 87. Oh.
I paid $10 to register it. There you go. Interesting.
To what? Like, is this like one of those things you hang in the window to be like, we're allowed to be an LLC? Like, is that
I
what
guess
this
so.
is?
I think it's, yeah, they're registering as an LLC to whoever you do that to. FNAF 4 minigames happen at Freddy's Not Fredbear's according to FNAF 3 Night 2 phone call. Is that because he says the Springlock suits are at Freddy's? They say that they're the classic suits, so I think the idea is that Fredbear's closes and they move the Springlocks to Freddy's. Charlie 80. Oh, sorry guys. I realized the screen was a bit cropped. You could see the year 1980 for the expiry date, but the issue date is the 5th of April 1979. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Where Jeremy Fitzgerald, I wonder if he might make a cameo. Well, in the description of the trailer, they have Jeremiah, a returning cast member. So that means I think they're gonna do something with him. It's a strange thing to call him out if he's not, like, if he's in one scene in the movie. It's crazy to like put him up as a returning cast member, you know, in the like blurb.
Yeah, they put him ahead. They put him ahead of for everyone, you know, ahead of Mike, who's obviously the main character, but also ahead of Springtrap, who's like the biggest actor. So unless this guy, who's not in a single trailer so far, is like a major part of the movie, it's such a weird inclusion.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. Maybe it's part of his contract to get shouted at or something. But
like, I've literally never heard of this man before. Apparently he was on The Walking Dead. I don't know who he is.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the first one, but...
Yeah.
Like... I don't know.
We think another Matt Pat Ness cameo? They go to the same diner?
That would be huge.
Animatronics break into the diner and kill
where,
Matt Pat.
That's where Vanessa and Mike should have had their date. Was at Sparky's.
Yes.
Maybe. You know what it could be? He could be working as a waiter in the restaurant they go to. He's like moving up in the world. He's like working at a fancy restaurant now.
It's just him with like a French mustache.
Oh, they do. Yeah, well, they could do it like a Bruce Campbell in the old Raimi films, where he just cameos as a different person in each movie. It's not like canon that they're all the same person.
They're like Stan Lee. Just a Matt Pat cameo.
Yeah. Matt is the only person working in this town. If soul splitting is real in the movies, I will tweak. Yeah, I mean, I could see them doing it. Soul splitting is,
of course, real.
Is what?
Soul splitting is obviously real because it's a very important aspect of the games, and that's how you get the fun times. I 100%
splitting it. I'm splitting it.
Canon.
I'm splitting it. I'm splitting it.
Yeah, but I mean more so if you think that they're gonna like divide the souls into like little pieces, and a little bit of it goes in there, and a little bit, or if they're just gonna simplify it for the movie and just say you can take the metal and put it into another robot, and that robot is now the same ghost. It's just in that robot. You know, like, it's not, oh, a third of your remnant is over there, and a quarter of it is over there, and some of it's left in this robot, and I put this bit into a fax machine. You know, like, it's they might just do it that I found a way of transferring the souls from one to another, and now all the fun times are the other kids. I feel like Scott will have to hold back a lot of his nonsense world building. Maybe. I think they are going to simplify it. Definitely. But very, very curious to see how the whole like timeline of Freddy's works out, because they say in the description it's like, oh, it's gonna show the origins of Freddy's, the secret origins that you never knew about. So that could be gone into a little bit more. I'd say it would be interesting to see something Fredbear's related. We don't get enough Fredbears in anything, so I want to see it in some form in the movie. It'd be cool. This confirms Cassidy puppet. What? I don't know where you got that from.
True.
Confirms, yes.
Yeah, it does. Didn't you guys see? Didn't you see in the
Jack
trailer
Black
where it
as the
said
puppet is a crazy casting choice.
Jack Black as the puppet. I don't know. I think he could pull it off.
music box?
No. Puppet, release.
Jackie, release!
Could the robotic voice from the Freddy talkie clarifying that the purple guy sprite is the one speaking save them during the DCI murders with his handheld device? I doubt it.
I think it's Stephen Hawking.
I think it's more likely that the little voice in those minigames is the puppet. But...
Or Fiona.
Or Golden Freddy. Or Fiona, of course.
Again, if the Phaz Talker ends up being William in the movie, that says absolutely nothing about the games.
Outright confirms, shows the name Cassidy in the ceiling. What?
Bro's just making stuff up.
If we miss this, I'm gonna flip. But I feel like that's not. In what ceiling? Like the one where she's got her like hands like crawling through? You point me to an exact time code and I will check.
Jack Black. The flip side.
The flip side. Mimic Jackie. Mimic Jackie. Mimic Jackie.
I'm messing with you.
Oh my god, that's
yes,
so good. I swear. Banned. LMAO, I was just trolling.
Banned. Cryptic Luca, you're done.
Clickbait.
Get out.
Clickbaitor.
William will be the bite victim. It's perfect. Makes perfect sense. The trailer confirms.
At least he's not
TV
Ohio
Balloon
victim.
Boy.
Hello.
McKenna Gray saying franchise location is doing my head in with that 1979 date. Like, where is Fredbear's? We see Spring Bonnie. All we need is Skeet Ulrich in a Fredbear suit.
I was about to say, do you think we'll see a Springlock Fredbear?
I mean, we could. It would presumably look different than... Well, I mean, this is part of the games is kind of a problem because the Golden Freddy was designed before the idea of Springlocks were invented, so they look different. But we could see a Fredbear. That'd be cool. Slatfried, do you guys think woke grok is in the Fast Talker?
None of those words are in the Bible. Incoherent sentence.
Is this true? Abby, come find us. Grok, what are you saying right now?
This is the music box. Show you how it works.
This is the music box. Show you how it works.
First we Five Nights, then we at Freddy's.
Absolex is getting you on a technicality there, Gibby. Is probably in the Bible. The word the might be in the Bible. Not sure.
Dude, bro, I can't believe you spread misinformation on the internet. That's crazy.
I hope the movie's good on its own. Scott, please confirm Toys DCI. I nerd toy Chica Goon. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna read that.
I nerd toy Chica Goon. That's crazy.
This is a data diver.
This is gooning.
Cryptic looks at misinformation isn't good, guys. Come on. Who of all people? Is Jack Black in the Bible? I don't know. I'd need to skim over it.
I need to read over it.
Can't you see that I am in Minecraft Steve and Minecraft Steve is in me? How can you say, show us the mine code? I'm gonna
secret
get
confidence.
smited.
Please, Scott, make Abby say, "I will put you back together at some point. My soul is yours."
That's interesting. She could say that like the wizards are angry.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like, no, I will put you back together. And then they eat her. The bite of
What if instead of
2003.
unwithered truth, it was unwithered something else?
No.
Ha 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 ha. I won't. I'll leave it up to the imagination.
It's worse. Do you think Mike
Do you
and
think
Vanessa
Mike's
will
in
be dating? Do we think?
They go on a date,
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, looks like it.
like at the end of the movie. They're gonna hold their hands as like the sun is setting on the 5th night at Freddy's.
The
They're gonna
sun.
be like Vanessa, will you be my girlfriend? And she'll be like, yes, Mike.
Can
And
I
then they
spend
do
5
it.
nights with you? Ah, ha, 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 ha.
And that's the joke the movie ends out on.
That's perfect.
Yes. See, I should write the next one.
They're gonna be eating ice cream on a hill. That'd be good.
Yo.
They just use imagery from the games.
with Freddy's head.
Yeah.
And then winks at the camera. Fisheye lens, vignette, zooms in on the eye, it winks. Yeah, you know.
It's happening.
We can write this movie.
Will the moon make an appearance in the night sky? We can only hope. It would confirm everything. Slatfreed, what do you mean Scott is going the Star Wars route? Meaning what? Oh, so the
Their
theory that
siblings
Vanessa
or
is
something?
Afton's daughter in the games is kind of weird now, right? Yeah. Yes. Ha ha ha. Take that, person that shan't be named. Well, that was their entire personality.
True.
What if Afton... Okay, never mind.
That's just half the chat.
Yeah. The cursed Bill A in the tapes.
The devious Billiam Eppleston.
Wonder why Withered Freddy isn't in the trailer.
Saving
Saving
him.
it. Yeah. It's the game's route of not putting Freddy in most of the stuff.
All right, guys,
he's
I gotta go
very
take a big poo.
reserved. Oh.
All right, bye.
Immediately
Have fun.
left.
Don't fall in.
Immediate. Wow. Well, I don't know if there's anything else left to discuss. Is there anything that's
Yeah.
jumping into you that needs to be broached?
Well, if people really want to hear my thoughts, they can head over to my channel the moment this stream is over and watch my 16-minute breakdown of the trailer.
Perfect. Well,
It's going
I think
live
I'm
in
gonna
like
leave
9
it.
minute.
Perfect. All right. Well, we'll probably leave it there then. Thank you all for jumping in. I know this was very impromptu, just kind of hopped on, but yeah, really good viewership. Just jumping in like that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. Everybody.
330 likes. Yeah.
Yeah, geez.
Good
Thank you all
stuff.
so much. We got the likes. If anyone's watching the stream that hasn't liked it already, hit the like. But yeah, thank you all so much. I'm gonna leave it there, and thank you, Gibby, for hopping in, and thanks to T-Dreads.
Of course.
And thank you to Fazant in the chat who was giving me the screenshots and stuff earlier on. So yeah, everyone have a good day, and keep an eye out on my community posts for when I'm gonna upload the Secret of the Mimic video. All right, goodbye everybody.
Bye everyone.
Goodbye.